Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today is going to be a very special episode because we are going to talk about one of the very crucial aspects of game development uh, when it comes to starting your career in this industry. And with me today is Rahul Sehgal, who is one of the prominent figures in the industry.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Vaibhav. Thank you so much for inviting me on your show. I watched a lot of your videos, and I think you're doing a great job of teaching people generally. So, thank you so much. I think Vaibhav बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहा है in terms of teaching people and helping people to join the game industry. And मैं उसके काफी videos देखता हूँ, and so good job on that, Vaibhav. So about myself, I'm Rahul, and I've been making games for about 11 years now, in several capacities. तो मैं पहले actually merchant navy का officer था, अब मानोगे नहीं, till like in my 30s मैं merchant navy में officer. I was like traveling all over the world on cargo ships. I was about to get my captaincy, and then one day I said कि यार मुझे ये सब कुछ नहीं करना. I want to be a game designer. And everybody said, "Yeah, तुम पागल हो गए." So then I went to Vancouver. I went to Vancouver Film School.
So let me cut you over there.
Huh.
This is one question that everybody keeps on asking is कि मेरा I'm 21 now or I'm 24 now.
Right.
Am I too late? Am I too late to get into the industry? Right? ये बहुत मतलब ये जो generation है अभी they keep on asking these things because they think that early age में game release करेंगे, $1 million बनाएंगे, stuff like that. But getting into the industry like this, first an established career already in merchant navy, and then what exactly made you shift to it, and also tell about this age thing, like is it the right time, or whether there is a right time?
Yeah, it's a really good question actually. चक्कर ये है कि when I was in the merchant navy में पैसा बहुत है, right? Thousands of tax-free dollars. You don't have to pay income tax. So, and मेरा career बहुत अच्छा चला था merchant navy में. In the sense, professionally, I was earning really well. Promotions मिल रहे थे. मुझे मेरा दूसरा promotion होने वाला था. I was traveling all over the world. लेकिन I was not happy with my work. Right? There is one point in your life ever कि आप कितने भी किसी को भी पैसे दे दो ना, it's not enough. The person, you have to be happy with what you do. आपका जो काम होता है ना, the work we do in our life is very important. It's more important than money. और कोई भी हो, say suppose कोई भी software development की लाइन में घुसे कि यार अच्छा पैसा है, and if it's not really your thing, if you really enjoy doing something else, if your love, your passion, your capacities elsewhere, at some point of time तुम दुखी हो जाओगे. और मैं बहुत दुखी हो गया. I got very unhappy. But मैंने काफी प्लान किया. For 4-5 years I was planning क्या करूं. And at one point I said, I want to do something creative. And then I used to play games. So then I didn't even know there was something called game design, to be honest with you. Then suddenly I came to know there's something called game design. And then I said, yeah, ठीक है. Because I was at the point where I was really miserable in my job in the merchant navy. So I said, anything is better than this. And it was a huge risk. And even though I was 33, of course, that was there in my mind. Okay, yeah, I'm 33 now, and I had spent 15 years in another career, which I would just be throwing away, like gone overnight. All my investment, my education, my promotions, everything. I was just kind of cast it by the side, but I did it anyway because that's just the way I am. But the nice thing was that when you're a little bit older, ना, जब आपकी उम्र थोड़ी ज़्यादा होती है ना, you become more responsible.
Right.
तो it's possible कि I was 33, even if you're 21, 22, 24, 25, 30, और तुम्हारे पास अगर जो work experience है, that still counts. Because if you have work experience, मतलब तुमने लोगों के साथ काम किया, you worked in teams, you worked in a company, you're professional, and that counts for something. वो कुछ तो है.
Correct. It's generic stuff that you.
It's generic stuff. How to work in a team, how to deal with people. That you carry that over, and also leadership skills. If you were a lead, right, जो leadership skills आपने दूसरे jobs में सीखे हैं, वो leadership skills they carry over to gaming also. So I would say don't worry. Age is not a concern. I would say people who are a little bit older and a little bit more mature, it's actually an advantage to get into the gaming industry at a little bit older stage because your expectations are more realistic. आप
Yeah.
बच्चे नहीं हो. आपको
Yeah.
लगता नहीं है कि मैं 18 साल को मैं पहली गेम बना के मैं आई एम गोइंग टू बाय माय ओन यॉट एंड आई एम गोइंग टू बी रिच एंड फेमस विद माय फर्स्ट मोबाइल गेम. नॉर्मली 24-25 साल की उम्र पे वो पागलपंती दिमाग से निकल जाती है. Realism sets in by that time. So
Yeah.
I would say don't worry about age. I was 35.
Mm.
I was 34 when I made my first game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in this age is a number. So not to worry at all about that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then how was the journey? Like you went to
I went to
Vancouver.
Vancouver Film School. So I went to VFS, Vancouver Film School. It's a 1 year course, right?
Mm.
And the reason it's Vancouver VFS is great is that normally other courses are 3 years, 4 years. And at that time, I was already a professional, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to spend 3, 4 years. I want to do something in 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 1 year. It's expensive. Like even at that time, it was at $50,000 or whatever, and it's kind of really expensive. But it's intense, man. Like Vancouver Film School in 1 year. Like I don't remember ever going to sleep before 2 o'clock in the morning.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's just and normally आप college आते हो ना, first day of college you're like chilling out, getting to know people. No, dude, first day of college we had an assignment which we had to submit by midnight.
Wow.
First day, boom, it's intense. It's very, very, very intense. Okay, it really simulates the game industry. That's the way the course is set up. The hardware is amazing. Like you get your workstation, which has like 7 or 8 different pre-installed software. Like it's crazy. The specs of the system you get are crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you pay a lot, but you also get a lot. You get amazing infrastructure. You get mentors who are working in the industry. You get mentors who are working at EA till 6 o'clock in the evening, and then they'll come over to VFS and give you a class between 6:30 and 9 o'clock. So
Yeah, and
that kind of
Canada, I think, being the hub of gaming industry. I mean, there are a lot of bigger gaming companies around Vancouver, and
yeah. There was like Rockstar hai, apna EA hai, and a lot of smaller indie companies. So Vancouver is really big gaming company hub. So that's
yeah,
really so. In fact, I got my internship. Once I finished Vancouver Film School, I got an internship at a game company there called Piranha Games. Matlab, it was for 6 months. It was free. Like, I didn't have a work permit. So I worked there for 6 months. And that was amazing because for the first time, I was able to actually see a game studio and see the
yeah,
working of a game studio. And in the West, in the US and Canada, it's a different world. Like those people are 30, 40 years ahead of us in terms of game industry. So actually
yeah.
spending 6 months there as an intern, I learned so much about attitude and the way people work and the way people cooperate, which is very, very different from India. So that was really good.
Yeah. So now I think it's been 4 5 years now, 5 years, 6 years, since you entered gaming industry.
That was 2009. तो 12 साल हो गए.
Oh, 12 years, 12
So
years.
2008 I went to college. 2009 I passed out. 2009 I got my first internship, and then 2010 I got a job with Gameloft when I came back to India. So it's been
Okay.
about 12. It's been about 12 years now, I think.
12 years. Great. So now, what is the current?
So right now I have a day job in which I am the creative lead of a company which is essentially the world's largest casino game company, which is like slots, roulette, baccarat, all that kind of thing. So it's a casino game
Yeah.
company, and I run the creative side, art, experience, sounds, game design, etc. So I'm in charge of. So I have a team which does all this stuff apart from the programming. So all the creative stuff. So that's my day job. And apart from that, actually since 10 years ago when I came to Hyderabad for the first time, there was a brand new college opening up. I saw a huge sign over there, like new gaming college. And I'm like, wow, maybe I can teach there. And I just walked up to them, and that was backstage pass. I walked and knocked the door and said, hey, I'm Rahul, I'm a game designer. I went to school in Canada, and if you want, I can help you out guys with teaching. And then they called me back and says, "Aa jao yaar." So then after my work, I would go there 6 o'clock in the evening, and I would teach design and I would teach production. and that was 2010.
Yeah.
That was 11 years ago. So like I started teaching at Backstage Pass part time, and that's it. At that time I was at Game Loft as a designer. But then in India at that time there was not much creative work here. It was kind of like I expected to make my own games, and I was not getting the chance. So I said like छड्डो मैं क्या करने वाला हूँ कि मैं अपना स्टूडियो सेटअप करूँगा. तो 2010 2011 में I quit and मैंने अपना खुद का स्टूडियो सेटअप किया, and then I started making games also by myself, and I started teaching. So so that's it. So then I was kind of teaching, running my own company, and then at one point I got an opportunity as a consultant in casino gaming, and then one day just became a full job. So I've been teaching there at Backstage Pass, and apart from Backstage Pass, then I got calls from other colleges. So now I'm teaching at VIT Bhopal. So
Okay.
so VIT Bhopal. I'm on their board of education. I help to create the syllabus of VIT Bhopal when it comes to the gaming course, and I also teach there. And then there's also Srishti, which is in Bangalore, Srishti Bangalore, and they have a master's course in which they have game design. So I teach game design at Srishti as well. So about teaching at about 3 colleges, and this is apart from, of course, doing my normal day job, and making games.
Yeah, so right now doing this game development and with as a consultant with a bigger company, as well as teaching students about game design and development in different colleges.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a lot of people who are new who want to get into the industry, right? वो लोग, they are on this side of the table, always
Uh-huh.
asking about कि क्या हो रहा है कॉलेज में. uh,
Mm-hmm.
there are multiple questions. Let's just tackle them one by one.
Sure.
पहले तो, are there any colleges in India? Like you have that whole. I think you have enough experience to touch base on these points so that people can understand a lot more about the education system
Huh.
in terms of game development in India. So let's start with the
Huh.
basics of it. Are there real game design slash development colleges in India?
That's a very good question, Pepper, and that's a really insightful question, and that needs to be asked. And the truth is that ज़्यादा ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कॉलेज मैंने आज तक देखे हैं गेम डेवलपमेंट वाले कॉलेजेस, उनका प्रॉब्लम ये है कि दे आर एनिमेशन कॉलेजेस और दे आर इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस, और उन्होंने सुना है कि यार आजकल गेमिंग बहुत बड़ा हो गया है, तो एक गेमिंग का कोर्स डाल देते हैं. सो 90% जो कॉलेज हैं, 90% कोर्सेज जो हैं, वो गेम डेवलपमेंट कॉलेजेस नहीं है. वो दे आर डिफरेंट, दे हैव सम अदर फोकस लाइक इंजीनियरिंग और आर्ट वट, और उसमें उन्होंने एक एक गेम का कोर्स डाला हुआ है. ठीक है. सो विच इज नॉट द आइडियल सिचुएशन. लाइक मैंने ऐसे भी कॉलेजेस देखे हैं जहां पे नाम गेम डिजाइन का है. फर्स्टली उनको समझ नहीं आती गेम डिजाइन क्या होती है. और
Exactly.
तो वो लोग क्या करेंगे कि दे स्टार्ट अ बैच, एंड इंजीनियरिंग का सिलेबस होगा, और बोलेंगे अच्छा यूनिटी डाउनलोड करके ना गेम बना लो अपने आप. एंड आई एम लाइक यार ये क्या है, दिस इज लाइक व्हाट इज दिस बुलशिट. एंड
Yeah.
मेनी मेनी कॉलेजेस लाइक दैट. ऐसे बहुत सारे कॉलेज हैं. ठीक है. लेकिन there are some like Backstage Pass for example, and I'm not just disclaimer, I teach there and I have been teaching there for a long time. मैं इसलिए नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि मैं वहां सिखाता हूँ, बट Backstage Pass is specifically a gaming college. Specifically a gaming college, और उसका पूरा फोकस सिर्फ गेमिंग पे ही है,
Right.
from the beginning, right? It's Backstage Pass of gaming, Backstage Pass is gaming and technology. तो वो सिर्फ गेम डेवलपमेंट की कोशिश करते हैं. एंड सो विच इज दे आर वन ऑफ द बेस्ट वंस आई फील. एंड इनफैक्ट मैंने क्या किया कि मैंने जाके एक काफी रिसर्च करके मैंने एक लिस्ट बनाई हुई है, टॉप गेमिंग कॉलेज इन इंडिया, top gaming colleges, and if the viewers want, I can give you a link and they can download it. It's free.
Definitely.
um,
Definitely.
you know but है गेमिंग कॉलेजेस बहुत कम है. अच्छे गेमिंग कोर्सेज लाइक गेमिंग कॉलेजेस तो है नहीं, लेकिन गेमिंग कॉलेजेस में गेमिंग के कोर्सेज हैं लेकिन बहुत ही कम है. एंड आई वुड से 90% ऑफ देम आर क्वाइट यूजलेस, टू बी फ्रैंक. Because it's no difference from any other college, लेकिन वहाँ पे probably they'll say कि ऐसे unity है भैया कर लो तुम, right?
got it.
So and maybe they'll have somebody coming and giving a few lectures. लेकिन वो तो यार आप YouTube में unity के वीडियो देख के आप सीख जाओगे.
Yeah, I know a couple of colleges which are basically art colleges, not colleges exactly, art institutes, which like these colleges have a complete course on art, and it's termed as game design and development course.
Precisely, you nailed it. Also होता क्या है कि game art is not game design.
Yeah.
Even if you so if, for example, they'll have a course in which they'll teach you Maya and they'll teach you character modeling and they'll say now you know game design क्योंकि भैया हमने आपको गेम के characters बनाना सिखा दिया, so now you know game design. No dude, that's a 3D modeling course,
Right.
which has nothing to do with game design. Okay, it may help you to become a 3D modeler in the gaming industry, but it has nothing to do with design. Design is what is this game? How does this game play? The narrative, the flow, the levels, the gameplay, understanding that and communicating that to people. That is game design, right? वो है नहीं. So if someone says game design, the problem is that a lot of people don't really understand what game design is. So people can get away with this bullshit of game design सिखा रहे हैं because लोगों को समझ नहीं आता कि game design actually है क्या.
Exactly.
So like I said, there is a lot of misinformation. There is a lot of people who are doing unethical things. So yes, one has to be very, very careful.
Yeah, and because of this only, a lot of time it becomes difficult for even us who are in the industry to recommend newcomers to go to certain colleges. कि हाँ ठीक है भैया हम हैं इंडस्ट्री में तो हमें पूछ रहे हैं, but then giving it back to the community, right? हमारी भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बनती है कि हम लोगों को बताएं कि तुम करियर के लिए ये कॉलेज चूज करो या वो कॉलेज चूज करो. बट उससे भी पहले आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क यू is it really necessary for someone to join a college?
Also a very good question. So college, if you go to a college, which I'm not even saying like foreign colleges, if you go to a good gaming, if you do a good gaming course in India, firstly, what do you get from there that you cannot get on your own? अपने आप घर पे बैठे हो, आपके पास लैपटॉप है, आपके पास यूट्यूब है, यूडेमी है, ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर देयर. ऐसा क्या है गेमिंग कॉलेज में जो आपको मिल सकता है जो आपको ऑर्डिनरी नहीं मिलेगा? So let's start. The first thing which you get, which is kind of important in India, to be honest, is a degree or a certificate or a diploma.
Yeah.
If you have a certificate which says so and so Mr. Ram Prasad Singh has gone to so and so institute and has done graduation with specialization in game design or game art or whatever, at least you will get that recognition, you will get that foot in the door. At least people will talk to you.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not nothing by itself, it's not everything, but that is something significant that you will get from a gaming course, which will at least people will talk to you.
Yeah.
Right. That's the one thing. The second thing, which is really important, is that you get a game project. Now, if you're going to a college and they have no plan of actually getting you to do a game project, then that college is useless for us.
Yeah.
Right. I have a mantra, and that is the only way to learn how to make video games is to make them.
Yeah, correct.
अगर जो आपको गेम बनाना सीखना है तो एक ही तरीका है, आपको गेम बनानी पड़ेगी.
Right.
इसमें थियरी नहीं है.
Yeah.
इसमें पूरा प्रैक्टिकल है. आपको करना पड़ेगा काम, आपको गेम बनानी पड़ेगी. अब जरूरी नहीं है कि आप GTA 5 बनाओ, आप फ्लैपी बर्ड बना दो यार. आप फ्लैपी बर्ड में शूटिंग डाल दो. मेक फ्लैपी बर्ड विद शूटिंग, वो बना के आप रिलीज कर दो. अगर जो आपके 100 लोगों ने भी अगर जो डाउनलोड कर लिया और 10 लोगों ने आपको फीडबैक दे दिया, सक्सेस. राइट. दैट इज अगर सो गेमिंग कॉलेज में इट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट देयर इज सम स्ट्रक्चर कि आप अपना प्रोजेक्ट कर सको. ठीक है, ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. तीसरी चीज एक्चुअली चार चीजें हैं। तीसरी चीज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट, गेमिंग कॉलेज में आपको क्या मिलेगा? आपको दूसरे लोग मिलेंगे। यू विल गेट योर क्लासमेट्स, यू विल गेट अदर पीपल हु ऑल्सो लव गेम्स
Yeah.
and who want to make games,
Like-minded people,
like
basically.
like-minded
Yeah.
people, like-minded people. So you will learn from these people and you can collaborate with these people.
Yeah.
आपका नेटवर्क, आपको यार तेरे को पता ही है वैभव की नेटवर्क कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है।
Exactly. Yeah.
आपका नेटवर्क कॉलेज से शुरू हो जाएगा। तो
Hmm.
अगर आप फेल भी हो जाओगे ना 3 साल के बाद कॉलेज में, कम से कम आपका नेटवर्क तो होगा। अगर जो
Yeah.
आप पूरे दिन बंक मार के लोगों के साथ बाहर जाके चाय कॉफी पियोगे, कम से कम तुम्हारा नेटवर्क तो बन जाएगा।
Yeah. Yeah.
3 साल बाद कम से कम कोई कहाँ पे कोई डिजाइनर की नौकरी कर रहा है, किसी का खुद का इंडी स्टूडियो है, तो आपका नेटवर्क तो बन ही गया।
Hmm.
नेटवर्क इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। ऑल्सो लर्निंग। जब मैं वीएफएस किया उस समय मेरी आई थिंक 50% मेरी लर्निंग मेरे क्लासमेट से थी, राइट?
Yeah.
बिकॉज एक तरह का कंपटीशन होता है, वो भी पढ़ रहे हैं, वो भी प्रोजेक्ट बना रहे हैं, तुम अनरियल में अपना लेवल बना रहे हो और दिख रहे हो अबे यार तूने ऐसे किया है, अबे ये कैसे बनाया तूने, जरा दिखा दे मुझे प्लीज। और एंड वो दे आर वेरी हेल्पफुल, लाइक बोलेंगे मैं बताता हूँ, मैं सिखाता हूँ। तो आधी आपकी लर्निंग जो है ना आपके क्लासमेट से हो जाती है,
Right.
राइट? वो थोड़ा कंपटीशन टाइप का भी होता है, तो वो लर्निंग विद इन कॉलेज क्लासमेट्स, अब उनके साथ में बैठोगे ना तो उसमें भी बहुत लर्निंग हो जाती है,
Yeah.
ठीक है? एंड द लास्ट थिंग आई वुड से इज दैट आप कॉलेज जाओगे ना, अगर जो डिसेंट कॉलेज है, अच्छा कॉलेज है, तो इंडस्ट्रीज के जो मेंटर्स आपके पास जो आएंगे ना, जो आपको सिखाएंगे, दैट इज वेरी वैल्यूएबल।
Yeah.
बिकॉज you when you start making games on your own, you're going to make so many mistakes. You, in fact, 90% आपका गलत ही होगा। आप स्कोपिंग नहीं करोगे, आप साउंड नहीं डालोगे, आप बहुत बड़ी गेम बनाओगे, आप प्री प्रोडक्शन नहीं करोगे, you'll make so many mistakes and you may get frustrated
Yeah.
doing it on your own. Going to college will give a structure
Right.
to your career in the beginning, and it will hopefully not let you make so many mistakes as you would make in your own. तो अगर जो आप गेम कॉलेज जाओगे, आप गेमिंग कोर्स करोगे और आप फोकस करो, ये नहीं मतलब कॉलेज में पहुंच गए और पूरे दिन बीड़ी चाय पी रहे हो और एट द एंड भैया
Yeah.
ऐसा नहीं है। थोड़ी बड़ी मेहनत करनी पड़ती है, फोकस करना पड़ता है, लेकिन अगर जो आप मेहनत करोगे, फोकस करोगे, तो आपके जो जो आप 4 साल में सीख पाओगे बाहर, या 5 साल में अपने धक्के खा खा के, लाठी खा खा के, जो 4-5 साल में आप बाहर सीखोगे, दैट यू विल बी एबल टू लर्न 1 साल में
Yeah.
या 1.5 साल में। सो योर प्रोसेस विल बिकम मच फास्टर।
Yeah. Right. Right.
सो दैट वे, यस, गेमिंग कॉलेज में जाके बहुत फायदा है, बट there are some other things also that you have to keep in mind, which I'll talk about
Yeah.
later.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the things that you mentioned are generic. Like, matlab, not specifically going to a gaming college, but like normal. Like the other day, we were having a discussion on whether the graduation thing is important or no. वही है या जहाँ पे you get to meet people like you. If you actually go to a college, you actually get to meet people like you, and then there are these hidden what do you say, learnings, जैसे टाइम मैनेजमेंट हो, जैसे पीपल मैनेजमेंट हो, ये सारी चीजें when you
Working in a game team, like
yeah.
working in a game team, there are some things which are very very specific to games.
Yeah.
Right, like game banana is not the same as, for example, कोई दूसरी सॉफ्टवेयर बनाना। गेम बनाना is a very very different process, very different mindset, very different kind of communication skills that you need,
Yeah.
and that comes from and one big thing that people ask me is, यार, I tell them game project बनाओ। कहते सर गेम प्रोजेक्ट कैसे बनाऊंगा मैं, क्योंकि मैं तो सिर्फ आर्टिस्ट हूँ। मैं तो ठीक है, प्रोग्रामर ढूंढो। तो मैं कहाँ से लेके आऊँ प्रोग्रामर? कहाँ मिलेंगे मुझे प्रोग्रामर, कहाँ मिलेगी मुझे टीम? वेयर डू आई फाइंड पीपल टू कोलैबोरेट विद?
Yeah.
दिस इज अ बिग क्वेश्चन, लाइक हाउ एम आई गोइंग टू डू दिस? द गेम कॉलेज विल हेल्प यू। वहां पे सारे होंगे, दोस्ती करो, फाइंड समबडी, कोई प्रोग्रामर है, उसको थोड़ी चाय समोसा खिलाओ, उसको बियर पिलाओ, दोस्ती करो, बोलो यार चल काम करते हैं ना, लेट्स मेक अ गेम, डू इट। दैट्स द स्टार्ट ऑफ योर करियर, दैट्स द स्टार्ट ऑफ कोलैबोरेशन,
Right, right. Um, we spoke about colleges जो 90% of the colleges जिसमें courses नहीं है ठीक से, but you talk about about backstage pass or VIT, which you are already teaching, right? So according to you, of your आपके experience through, are there any other colleges in India which are at that level, if you have to compare, like जैसे backstage है तो वैसे और भी ये ex colleges है which you can refer to people.
NID है, right? And NID, National Institute of Design, is very good. I think दो NID हैं और वहाँ पे there is proper structure, etc. To be honest, there used to be another one in Bangalore. I think it shut down. एक और college था, I think DSK. Yeah,
DSK was in Pune, yeah.
that was good. It shut down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to be honest, as far as I know, because I am kind of old school in the sense that I need projects यार, like project दिखाओ मुझे, अपना syllabus में दिखाओ, right? That's for really important. And I know for a fact that, in fact, I have made sure, मैंने डंडा मार मार के इन कॉलेज में बोला है लोगों को कि देखो भैया प्रोजेक्ट कराओ लोगों से, project is important, project is important, project is important, that's really important. So literally मैंने सर पे डंडा मार मार के इन तीनों इंस्टीट्यूट्स में I have made sure that the courses are project focused. ठीक है? तो to be honest, I don't know if there are any other colleges which give structure and encouragement and marking, etc., to students for doing their own courses. So I mean, I can only recommend the ones that I personally have made sure that they are project focused. But apart from that, I know NID is a good one.
Got it. Got it. Got it. So yeah, one thing that I wanted to ask you is the kind of attitude that you need to carry. Because going to college is not just enough, क्योंकि उसके बाद में the real struggle is going to going to start after the college, right? So how do you what do you preach or teach your students about this aspect?
हाँ, तो the attitude thing actually starts from college यार, to be honest. Many people, and especially जब college की बारी आती है ना, लोग स्कूल से निकलते हैं and they think यार अभी हमारा स्कूल का टाइम हो गया, अभी कॉलेज मस्ती का टाइम है, कॉलेज मस्ती का टाइम है, क्लासेस बंक करेंगे, पिक्चर देखेंगे, अपनी गर्लफ्रेंड ढूंढेंगे, बाइक में बैठा के घुमाएंगे फिराएंगे, तो एट द एंड डिग्री मिल जाएगी और फिर नौकरी मिल जाएगी बस. गेमिंग कोर्स कर रहे हो तो भैया भूल जाओ, कहीं जाके पहले बीटेक कर लो, बीए करके ये अपनी पूरी भड़ास निकाल के फिर गेमिंग में आ जाओ. ठीक है? बिकॉज अगर जो आप गेमिंग कोर्स कर रहे हो, इफ यू आर डूइंग अ गेमिंग कोर्स, एवरीथिंग डिपेंड्स ऑन यू. यू हैव टू बी सेल्फ मोटिवेटेड, यू हैव टू बी अ सेल्फ स्टार्टर. ओके, यू हैव टू फ्रॉम द गेट गो स्टार्ट अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट यू वांट. बिकॉज आपको क्या करना है भाई? आपको प्रोग्रामर बनना है, आपको डिजाइनर बनना है, आपको आर्टिस्ट बनना है, 2D आर्टिस्ट बनना है, 3D आर्टिस्ट बनना है, गेम प्रोड्यूसर बनना है. एज सून एज यू गेट इनटू कॉलेज, यू हैव टू स्टार्ट थिंकिंग कि मुझे करना क्या है, एंड देन यू हैव टू स्टार्ट लर्निंग. You can maybe attend some classes which are more specific to what you want to do and concentrate on that. अगर जो आपको गेम डिजाइनर बनना है तो उतना डीप गेम प्रोग्रामिंग में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. तो वो फोकस होना बहुत जरूरी है. एंड गेमिंग कॉलेज में यू हैव टू स्टार्ट थिंकिंग अबाउट योर प्रोजेक्ट कि मैं क्या बनाने वाला हूं, व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू मेक, राइट? एंड देन यू हैव टू चेज पीपल. अगर जो कोई मेंटर हो उसके पास ज्यादा टाइम नहीं होगा, you have to chase him or her and you have to find out what you need to find out from them. So it means that even when you're getting into a gaming college, attitude is very important. You have to be a self-starter. You have to be self-motivated. You cannot sit back and expect that everything, all this knowledge and information is going to come to you automatically. It's not going to come to you. You have to chase after it. बहुत मेहनत लगती है, बहुत focus लगता है, right? So when you are in college, this attitude is really important. Okay, and of course when you're passing out from game college, your resume should be a project. You should be able to walk into interview and say, here, this is my work, ye icon ko tap karo and you'll see my work. That's the best kind of resume for anybody who wants to get a job in gaming, right? So at the cost of repeating myself, attitude, everything has to be focused on making a game, creating a game, and doing a project, right?
Right.
And आप जब वहां से निकलोगे ना, आप जब कॉलेज से निकलोगे, and when you want to get into the game industry, you have to have an open mind. You have to have the mind of someone who, it has to be separate from your ego as a gamer. अपना गेमर का ईगो क्या होता है कि यार मैं तो पबजी खेलता हूँ, मैं तो बैटलफील्ड खेलता हूँ, मैं तो डोटा खेलता हूँ, ये मोबाइल गेम दिखाओ मत मुझे, मैं काम करूंगा तो मैं डोटा स्टाइल मल्टीप्लेयर पे ही काम करूंगा. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू वर्क ऑन अ हाइपर कैजुअल गेम, राइट? दैट दैट एटीट्यूड डजंट वर्क.
Right.
इट
Right.
इट डजंट वर्क स्पेशली इन इंडिया कि आपको उस तरह की गेम मिलने वाले नहीं, मिलेंगी भी तो like maybe it will be some very small company, and you probably won't be able to earn very well. ठीक है?
Yeah.
If you want to have a good start, you have to find the fun. I call it finding the fun. Maybe at the start you may not have fun. Like I'll give you an idea. जब मैंने पहली बार internship की वैंकूवर में ना, I walked into the company and पहले दिन मैं जाके डेस्क पे बैठा, they were making a racing game, NASCAR game. और यार I never used to play racing games यार. तो पहली बार मैं टेस्टर था
Right.
और मुझे गेम खेलना नहीं आता. सब लोग मेरे को देख रहे हैं यार ये रेस खत्म नहीं कर पा रहा है, ही कीप्स क्रैशिंग हिज कार, ये क्या
Right.
टेस्टिंग करेगा. तो इट वाज फॉर 1 वीक. मैं तो ऐसे ऐसे करके कैसे भी करके गाड़ी चला के आई कुड नॉट इवन फिनिश वन रेस. बट देन once I managed, once I started playing the game, I started loving it. I found the fun. So you have to find the fun in a genre or a platform that you don't like, right?
Got it.
That open mind has to be there कि यार मुझे I'm getting an opportunity in this genre or this platform which I may not like, but let me do it, you know. So that
Right.
attitude of that open mind of finding finding joy and finding fun in opportunity is really important for most people, and that is where लोगों की attitude काफी lacking है फिलहाल.
Got it. Got it. Uh, so so when it comes to teaching, right? You guys, the faculty is teaching the aspects about game design and development, but are you guys also focusing on these kind of interpersonal skills, um, which because my next question is very much connected to this attitude thing only. I just want to understand whether the faculty is also trying to improve the kind of approach that people should take uh, in their careers.
No, not at all. Not at
Yeah.
all. And it's very interesting that you bring that up because I think यार आपने देखा है, like you are an experienced person. Industry readiness comes from these things.
Yeah.
वो जो इंडस्ट्री रेडी बोलते हैं वो एटीट्यूड होती है, प्रोफेशनलिज्म होता है, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स होती हैं, राइट? वो
Right.
पढ़ाते नहीं. मैं if somebody comes to me because I do normal classes, right? But if people
Right.
come to me, and that's why I've started up my mentoring, I've started up your game, like that's I realize that ये कोई पढ़ा नहीं रहा है.
Right.
Nobody is teaching these attitudes and nobody is teaching these really important things, which is what makes you industry ready.
Yeah.
Right? आपका करियर कैसे बनेगा इन चीजों से बनेगा. और normally game colleges don't teach that. That comes from mentoring. That comes from meeting somebody like you or me who has gone through the game industry. So this people have to kind of chase on their own. But अगर जो आप प्रोजेक्ट करोगे ना वो आप सीख
सीख
जाओगे.
जाते हैं. Yeah, सीख जाते हैं.
इसलिए मैं बोलता है प्रोजेक्ट करो. मैं तोते की तरह बोलता है प्रोजेक्ट करो प्रोजेक्ट करो प्रोजेक्ट करो प्रोजेक्ट करो प्रोजेक्ट करो. क्योंकि आप अगर जो प्रोजेक्ट करोगे ना उसमें ये ऑटोमेटिकली आप एक 3 महीने का प्रोजेक्ट करो, फिर एक 4 महीने का प्रोजेक्ट करो. एक 1.5 साल में अगर जो 2-3 प्रोजेक्ट करोगे ना ये ऑटोमेटिकली आप सीख जाओगे.
Yeah. So ये इसी से रिलेटेड जो क्वेश्चन था वो ये था कि and this is something I experienced recently, and I just wanted your opinion on this because you deal with a lot of students. How ethical is it for So this is the example that happened. Okay, I posted a job opening
Mm-hmm.
on LinkedIn, and some kid just replied me on LinkedIn saying, um, "How much money?"
Okay.
Yeah, that is it. Like that's the approach, and
Right.
that's not
So
and that's
see,
not
you posted it, and the reply just came saying कि भाई इसमें कितने पैसे हैं.
how much money are you paying?
Right.
Yeah,
See now, to be honest with you, this is this is the way the world is right now. This is the way the world is right now. आप कहीं भी अगर job listing देखोगे, if you see any job listing anywhere, they very clearly specify um,
the range.
so much lakhs per annum from this much to this much,
Yeah,
and people are looking at that first, and then looking at the other thing first.
yeah,
We are a little bit different, Weber, because we got in because we love games.
yeah,
We got in because primarily हमारा interest था that we love games, and our thing was okay, I need money, but that's not the first thing I'm going to ask.
yeah, yeah,
मैं पहले बोलूंगा भाई काम, व्हाट इज द वर्क, काम क्या है, क्या काम
yeah.
करूंगा, एंड देन बाद में अच्छा पैसे है ना, कितने पैसे दे रहे हो तुम, व्हाट इज द प्राइस, that is a question that I would ask a little bit later,
Right,
because that is kind of, it's important, but my love, my passion for games is more important.
right,
Right.
right.
So it's quite normal that we're going to have a lot of people who treat making game just like any other job.
Yeah,
कि भैया पहले पैसे के बारे में बात करो, tell us कि पैसे कितने दे रहे हो, फिर बात करते हैं. So while it seems very odd for people like us who are passionate about games, everybody is not like us.
yeah, yeah.
So basically, I don't think it's an ethical question. It's the way the world is, and I think if we want to have this approach of hiring people, we need to be more in tune with the world and give a job posting like ये काम है. This is job description, and this is the experience, and this is the salary range, because it's a materialistic world we live in. So that's the reality.
Right, right, right. No, that's very true because like I remember just breaking through the doors of a company and entering and not even asking about the money at that time. क्योंकि ये करना ही था. Do
भाई
what?
मैं भाई मैं कह रहा हूँ, I'm telling you, so when I was in Vancouver, at that time the global financial crisis had hit. उस समय नौकरियां ही नहीं थी,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
even have a work permit. So I was fighting for a free job. We were fighting for free jobs. So my first job was as an unpaid intern at Piranha Games in Vancouver. There was no salary, like Monday 9 to 5, and I was thrilled to get it. I was so happy to get it because I used to hang out with designers and artists and programmers, and I would be able to play their games, and it felt so good. Like,
Yeah.
you know, of course, they had a nice, they had a kitchen where you could go and have food and free soft drinks and all that. That was part of it. But I was so happy just to be able to do that, and then I even managed to get an interview with Rockstar as an intern. And but by the time they approved that, I had to leave, and I had to kind of come back to India, and so that's it. Like our time, our generation, and no, I'll be honest, there are still people like that.
Yeah.
There are still many, many, many people who you tell them ये game project है, they will talk to you for 1 hour about the game project, and they'll be so happy to work on it, and then they'll ask, "Acha, is there any money in this?"
Yeah.
There are
Yeah.
people like that.
True,
I
true, very true.
promise you, there are still a lot of people like that for whom the work and the joy of making the game is much more important. So, tension.
Yeah, no, the question I had, like, this question hit my mind is because I know a lot of people जो exist करते हैं, जिनको जिनको industry में आने में ज़्यादा interest है. What I was confused कि अगर अगर नए बच्चे गेमिंग में आ रहे हैं, इज देयर अ कॉलेज व्हिच इज एक्चुअली आल्सो फोकसिंग ऑन दीज एस्पेक्ट, बिकॉज मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इंडिया में अभी फिलहाल मेजॉरिटी आई थिंक 80% 90% ऑफ द कंपनीज आर स्मॉल स्केल स्टूडियोज, independent studios जो who 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 majorly focus on long term relationships when it comes to hiring people, है ना. तो उस केस में it becomes difficult for these companies to have people like this who start the conversation like this. it एक स्टेप पीछे हो जाता है इमीडिएटली अपने एंड से कि नहीं ये आई डोंट थिंक कल अगर कुछ हिट होता है, एक डाउनफॉल आता है, देन दिस गाय इज द फर्स्ट वन टू लीव. सो वो मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कि द जनरेशन विच इज गेटिंग इनटू द इंडस्ट्री नाउ नीड्स टू नो दिस कि gaming is still a tough career in India. It's still a tough career wherein you have to struggle a lot.
नहीं सिर्फ इंडिया में नहीं भाई, मैं आपको ऑनेस्टली बोलता हूँ, गेमिंग इन इटसेल्फ इज अ करियर ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड. लाइक मैंने गोइंग टू गेम कॉलेज देयर, आई स्टिल हैव अ लॉट ऑफ फ्रेंड्स हु आई एम इन टच विद. कोई स्टूडियो में है, कोई स्टूडियो बिक गया, ऐसा हुआ. सो गेमिंग इज वेरी टफ. लेकिन एक बात मैं आपको फ्रैंकली बताता हूँ, फॉर दोज पीपल हु आर गुड, for those people who are competent, for those people who are passionate is a very cheap word. आज सब लोग passion बोलते थे, but genuine अगर जो आपके पास passion है ना, तो आप कभी भूखे नहीं जाओगे.
Yeah, true, very true.
Right? अगर जो गेमिंग में आपका फोकस अच्छा हो and you are good, आपके लिए आपको कमी नहीं होगी नौकरी की या टीम की.
Right. Agreed. Okay, one last thing before we sum it up. College or no college, how do you what are your tips for students to get ready to get into the industry? Like, what are the things they need to just make themselves or implement or what do you say, just do to get ready to get into the industry?
Okay. So college or no game college, irrespective of that, right?
Yeah.
Firstly, start building a network. Start hanging around with people. लोगों को मिलना शुरू करो जो गेमिंग में है. गेमिंग मीटअप्स में जाओ, डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर्स में जाओ. ठीक है, गेमिंग में जो लोग हैं, जो इंडी कंपनीज हैं, जो कम्युनिटीज हैं ना, पहले उसका हिस्सा बनो. बिकम अ पार्ट ऑफ दैट कॉन्वर्सेशन. स्टार्ट लर्निंग अबाउट इट. ओके, एंड बी हम्बल. डोंट बी लाइक मुझे ये पता है. अपने फंडे मत दो, फंडे मत मारो. इनपुट करो, इनपुट मोर, आउटपुट लेस. फंडे मत दो, बिकॉज यू आर गोइंग बेसिकली, you are a gamer and you have to become a maker. You have to go from gamer to maker. So अपनी gamer की personality थोड़ा down रखो, आपकी maker की personality अपने आप ऊपर आ जाएगी. So be quiet and listen first. Become part of the community. ठीक है? Once you become part of the community, try and find people who you can work with.
Yeah.
Right? And at the same time, keep working on small things. कुछ ना कुछ छोटा छोटा बनाते रहो. गेम बनाओ, 3D मॉडल बनाओ, 2D स्केचिंग बनाओ. अपने स्किल्स को है चालू रखो. वेदर यूर इन स्कूल और यूर इन कॉलेज, इवन व्हाइल यू आर थिंकिंग ऑफ डूइंग अ गेमिंग पोस्ट, कुछ ना कुछ कोशिश करते रहो. कीप वॉचिंग वीडियोस, कीप डाउनलोडिंग सॉफ्टवेयर, ट्राइंग दिस, ट्राइंग दैट, एंड कीप दिस प्रोसेस ऑफ ट्राइंग टू वर्क ऑन अ प्रोजेक्ट. यार आजकल कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट, एनीबडी कैन मेक अ प्रोजेक्ट. कोई बहाना ही नहीं है. There is no excuse that I can't work on it. That excuse is gone. If you can't work on a project, it's only because you're lazy and unmotivated. That's the only reason that you can't work on your own game project.
Yeah.
Okay, so start working on that. And remember that the only way you're going to, whether you go to college or whether you don't go to college, you need to start working on a game project. And that will teach you what you want to learn about making video games. Today you make Flappy Bird, tomorrow you'll be making GTA 5.
Yeah.
Or 6 or 7, whatever it is. Right? So generally, this is the trajectory.
All right. Rahul, thanks a lot for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, Rahul also runs a YouTube channel. Rahul, you just want to just explain a bit about the channel, because I think you also do the same stuff, like the game development and game design stuff, and which is very, very valuable. Is providing some very great insights on the channel. Rahul, you want to talk about it?
So it's across. I have a YouTube channel which is not my focus mostly these days is on Instagram. So I post a lot of content on Instagram. I do a lot of lives with people who are actually in the game industry. Right, I interview people who are programmers who have gotten into the game industry because my idea is to make people industry ready.
Yeah.
जो आप gap बता रहे थे ना between the college and between colleges and the game industry, that gap is very big, and that gap can be given by mentoring, can be
Right.
given by giving practical advice, which you're not going to find in. So that is the focus of the YouTube channel and of my Instagram as well. And I also have a resource which people can download, which has recommendations for colleges and general tips about getting into the game industry, right? So yeah, so I'll leave I'll send you a description.
Yeah, yeah. I'll put the link in the description. Guys, go and subscribe to Rahul's channel. It's very, it has some great content, great videos. Also, do follow Rahul on Instagram. He's very active on Instagram. So do not forget to follow him. Any last words, Rahul, before we close the podcast?
Yes. So yeah, guys, I mean, firstly, don't have any doubt that you can have a great career in video games, right? वो doubt अपने mind से हटा दो. So that's very important. Firstly, understand that. And if you have any doubt, if your parents have any doubt, just tell them to call Vaibhav, or just say there's this guy Rahul and he's got this channel called Up Your Game, and call me. I literally take calls from parents talking about the children. You know what I mean? So talk to us, talk to somebody from the industry, and have confidence and just go for it. You can have a great career and you can have a life doing what you love. Like doing what you love and earning money is the greatest gift that you can give yourself ever in your life.
Yeah.
So go for it.
All right. Thank you, Rahul, once again for joining us on this podcast. I hope we have provided a lot of information for people. Guys, if you have any queries, please do reach out to Rahul. I'll be posting out his links in the description below. Also, any queries, just post it below this video in the comment section. We'll do a conversation. We'll start a conversation over there. That being said,
thank you so much for having me, Vaibhav. Really happy to talk to you. It was a really good conversation, and I hope the people watching this video get some good takeaways. Thank you so much again.
Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.